Hello YouTube, here is another repair video. I didn't find much of information on how to repair the shower panel. What was happening is that there was some kind of an internal leakage. So I took this shower panel apart and I found that the tubing over a period of time, the tubing has become brittle. Let me see if I can show you. As you can see here, this whole material has become brittle. I think it's because of the scale built up, because of using like very hot water, and as a result, it was leaking all over. And I was a bit disappointed that they were using this kind of a plastic pipes instead of just going like a copper pipe. I mean, I'm sure they're trying to save as much of a manufacturing cost as they can, but it's just a hassle, that limits the life of this panel. So I'm sure I'm gonna have to replace my shower panel someday, and that day I'll make sure that I buy something that has a copper tubing instead of a plastic tubing inside. Now, as you see here, see there is a little bit of an indentation. So, the way this thing works is like at the joint. There we go. So at the joint, it was just a pain to get this tube to work, and then get this screw on. It was just so much of a pain to replace it. So if you are considering, well, it took me at least 2 days, like a few hours here and there, and multiple trips to the hardware store to get this thing to work. So I'm thinking that it was probably not even worth it to repair it, because the new ones that you can buy anywhere from $100 to $600. So based on your budget, you can just swap it out. My main hesitation was that each of these spas, they would have different level connections, and I didn't want to horse around and bore through the tile again, because if I buy a different model, I was worried that it was just gonna be at a different location. It would not be identical. So what I ended up doing is that since I could not replace because of this joint issue, I found I wasn't using the body jet quite a bit. So the body jet pipes were in good condition. So I made a cut and took a copper pipe and heated up this end with a candle, took my time, and inserted the copper pipe in there. But the issue with the copper pipe is pretty rigid. It doesn't have the flexibility to kind of go through this very tight space. So be prepared. This repair is gonna be painful. This was another option, like a 1/4-inch pipe, and I found this one in the hardware store. Supposedly, it has got 100 psi at even 180 degree Fahrenheit. So I thought this one would do. This one offers a bit of a flexibility. You can kind of work around it. But again, it would be best if you're buying a new shower panel, just find something that has got copper tubing inside. Not worth all the pain.